So I have specifically said two things for the yesterday's Wall Street, where the volatility was indeed very high because of an important event, and then I have expected some bounce back in the Dow Jones. That has happened in the intraday, but overall we can see how market behaves more specifically, not after the rate hike but after the comments, and that's the bottom line. So let us see how trend behaves afterwards and what we can see as far as the next couple of sessions going forward. Now, although when I'm making this video, although we can clearly see some 130, 140 points worth of bounce back in the pre-market as far as Dow Jones is concerned, but if you are looking at this particular price action, you can clearly see a trend breakdown. Okay, because if I may draw a line like this, let me go to the hourly chart, and yeah, here we are. So if I may draw a line like this, you can clearly see a retest as far as the upper end of the range, and from there you can see a breakdown, and this is how the trend looks like as of now. So technically this chart sounds very good, and with a resistance of 32,788, where it hits the resistance and started falling down, it is now moving towards 30,900. Okay, so this is something which we must look at as far as Dow Jones is concerned. So I would say a bounce back has already factored in, and now the Dow Jones is moving lower, and it will hit somewhere in between 30,500 and 30,900 on the downside. Now, talking about Nasdaq, Nasdaq is very precarious because yesterday I have specifically talked about the range breakout, but the range breakout was not sustainable, and now you can clearly see here we are. So the range breakout was not sustainable and a breakdown from the resistance zone. So after testing the highs of 11,830 and 11,858, 11,860, now it has started falling lower. It went up, but it was a false breakout. It started falling lower, and now it is moving towards, if I do not stretch this a bit, then it is moving towards 11,340. Okay, you can clearly see this range. Actually, the problem is if Nasdaq falls below 11,500, then a big downside will open up, and it will be in between 11,500 and 10,300. But as far as the immediate range is concerned, it is in between 11,300 and 11,850. So this is what we are going to look at. And as far as S&P 500 is concerned, it is somewhat similar to Dow Jones, and you can clearly see an upside has already been completed. Okay, so this is the upside. You can clearly see it's completed, and now S&P 500 started moving lower. Okay, so here we are. S&P 500 started moving lower. So here we are. Okay, and you can clearly see how it's been moving. So here we can see. So right now, with a resistance of 4041, because it has already tested the resistance of 4024 and 4041, and now it is moving towards or in between. Here we can see 3670 and 3740. So overall, there is a very bad scenario which has started from yesterday, and the comment has actually broken the trend, and that is not at all good. So across indices we can clearly see a breakdown, be it Nasdaq, Dow Jones, or S&P 500. So beware about the trend, and every bounce back will be a selling opportunity in the short term. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.